What is the honest takeaway situation? Is DeMar DeRozan a guy? Obviously, as we all know, if you've been following, Klay Thompson was on their board. Didn't get him. What's that? Valanciunas was thought to be out there. Obviously, he went to the Wizards, 3 years, $30 million. DeMar DeRozan.
He chose the Wizards. Ew.
We have a Washington Wizards fan on here. Not showing right now.
Oh, he chose the Wizards, bro, over the Lakers. Ouch. That one would hurt. That would feel personal.
It is. The Lakers are like a rich dude when his card declines, like he can't eat. Like he got all the money in the world. He can't get no food, man. You're like, damn, I got it though. I came up in the Lambo. They're like,
no, look, there's money in my account. Look, I don't know how to know. Look, there's money in my account.
Hey, Richard, that is a wild
question.
Thank you, Perk, for giving me some sort of maturity here.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Lakers and what's obviously not happened just yet for them here in free agency, outside of them being able to retain the players that they have in their current roster situation?
Well, I think the Lakers got to be careful, right? Obviously, their first player probably was Klay Thompson. They couldn't get that done because you got to get shooting when you're talking about LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Here's what I say when it comes down to DeMar DeRozan. They have to be careful for the simple fact that we saw how the Russell Westbrook thing turned out. I'm not saying DeMar DeRozan is Russell Westbrook. All I'm saying is we don't know. Like, I want to know what's going to be their style of play. Like, Joe Mazzulla had his style of play. Obviously, he got into the room with Brad Stevens, and they figured it out, right? Like, give me Kristaps Porzingis. We're going to shoot up a whole lot of threes. We're going to space the floor, and this is how we're going to play, and it worked, right? So Jason Tatum and JJ Redick and Rob Pelinka, they got to be tied together on this, on how JJ, what's his goals on what type of style they're going to play. I love DeMar DeRozan. He's a bucket. He's a bucket.
Handles the ball. Yeah, all that.
But there's a huge but with DeMar DeRozan.
He's not shooting, but he's a scorer. But he's a scorer bucket getter.
He absorbs your offense where almost at times no one else can eat. To me, you need to have a true point guard play with DeMar DeRozan for him to look his best. That's why Lonzo Ball meant so much. That's why Kyle Lowry meant so much. That's why he gets buckets. But the offense becomes
but Brown's a point guard. He led the league in assists. He's top 5 all time. I'm not saying but if you told Brown he's just got to be the point guard and distribute to AD, to bucket getters, like that's why Klay was so enticing, because Klay wouldn't have to work as hard. That motherfucker could stand right there. There'd be this huge gap on the court. There'd be this huge gap on the court, and that motherfucker, like, you can't leave him. That dude could be out there in a wheelchair with crutches, and you not leaving him. So that's why he was so important. And it's the same thing with Luka. Luka will spoon feed Klay open jumpers, and Luka will have a huge gap. Kyrie will have a huge gap. That gap for Steph has closed. That gap for Steph is closed without him around.
He's gonna get double teamed all game. 82 games a season.
Oh, double team. Oh, they were like, they got what they get, DeAnthony Melton. And
here's a question. Here are 2 places. These
disrespect,
random places. Would DeMar DeRozan go back to San Antonio now that Chris Paul is there, right? Be there with Wemby. I mean, where else is he gonna go where he can really be appreciated for who he is and develop and be? He's already scored a shitload of points in San Antonio. They're going to give him the rock within the system. And he's playing with the most talented, biggest vision person in the league. No one has a farther view than Wemby.
You know who need DeMar DeRozan? Seriously?
The Kings?
No, the Milwaukee Bucks. Like, they need some type of they need some type of spark, because the other top 3 teams in the Eastern Conference, their competitors, they've been moving and grooving. They haven't done a damn thing in Milwaukee. Like, they need some more ammunition over there. It's like, I wonder if they could land DeMar DeRozan on a fair deal and figure some things out.